Hello and welcome to the Energetics of Business podcast, where we bridge the gap between the woo-woo and the tech. My name is Michelle Douglas and I'm an energetic alignment expert helping entrepreneurs to tap into their inner power and create a business that flows with ease and authenticity. In each episode, we'll dive into the strategies that blend soulful alignment with practical business know-how. Now, let's dive in and align your business from the inside out.
Okay, let's get into this. For this deep dive, we're exploring something specific. It's for spiritual practitioners, healers, coaches.
Right. People who feel that calling to serve.
Exactly, but maybe they're finding it tough to connect with the clients they really want, especially, those high-end clients.
Mm-hmm. And we're looking at this through the lens of Michelle. She's an energy and empowerment specialist over at energeticsofbusinesshub.com.
Okay.
And her whole focus is helping those practitioners energetically align so they can attract their dream clients, essentially tackling the energetics behind business struggles.
Got it. So our aim today is to really unpack Michelle's take on attracting these clients, maybe looking beyond the standard marketing advice you often hear.
Yeah, definitely moving past the conventional playbook.
And the core idea for Michelle, it seems, isn't about showing off or having expensive things.
Not at all. She's saying the real pull, the magnet, is energetic alignment. It's about projecting something she calls visible power.
Visible power. Okay, so let's jump in there. Michelle seems pretty clear. You don't need, a fancy blazer
Or crystal ball, as she puts it.
Right, to attract these clients. But why not? Why aren't those external things the magnet here?
Well, Michelle's point is pretty interesting. She says those things, the expensive bag, the perfect photos, the pixel polishing, as she calls it.
Pixel polishing, I like that.
Yeah. She says high-end clients, they aren't really impressed by that. They're not looking at the props or the glitter. They've kind of seen it all before.
So it's not about putting on a show for them. What are they looking for then, according to her?
Exactly, not theatrics. She argues they're looking for resonance, real transformation. And if your whole energy is just focused on those optics, without that solid, congruent energy underneath, well, your message might just fall flat. It won't attract the right people because the call isn't reaching them deeply enough.
Okay, so if it's not the external stuff, what is the magnetic force? What pulls those specific clients in?
Right, this is where alignment becomes key. Michelle really emphasizes that what lands green clients isn't perfectly curated content. It's congruent energy.
Congruent energy. Can you break that down a bit more from her perspective? What does that actually look like, or maybe feel like?
Yeah, good question. It's about showing up as the version of you who already embodies what you're offering and calling in.
Okay.
Being, and this is her phrase, the walking proof that your work works.
Ah, okay, so less performing for them.
Exactly. More being the result of your own process, your own work. She argues that's what's truly magnetic. Clients feel that authenticity, that genuineness.
So it's a kind of confidence, but one rooted in that deep alignment. That's the key.
Precisely. Michelle calls that kind of confidence the one rooted in clarity and inner certainty, the most luxurious frequency online.
Luxurious frequency. Interesting term.
Isn't it? And when your message comes from that place, that aligned place, clients feel it. It resonates.
Right.
They lean in, not because you convinced them with polish, but because they felt recognized somehow on a much deeper level.
And how does this link up with what that high-end client is actually seeking?
Well, think about it. These clients usually aren't just shopping for the cheapest deal, are they?
No, probably not.
Michelle says they're looking for the most resonant option. They don't need convincing. They need recognizing. They're looking for something that speaks to their soul, not just their ego or surface problems. They want real transformation, and they can sense if you're energetically aligned to help with that.
That definitely sounds like tapping into something deeper than, say, a standard marketing funnel. Michelle mentions accessing a deeper energetic architecture. How does she suggest people do that?
Right. Her view is that getting your message to connect on that frequency of transformation requires specific inner work, alignment work.
Okay.
She talks about a path to unlock this visible power, referring to her program, the Aligned Business Breakthrough. And within that, she highlights something called the guided soul activation as a key part of the process.
So the Aligned Business Breakthrough is positioned as the way to what? Tune into your unique frequency and get your actions to match up, leading to aligned results.
That's the idea, making your energy your signature.
Right.
moving with authentic, aligned action that feels right for you, instead of forcing strategies that feel, well, she uses the phrase hostage situation.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So it's shifting the focus from external tactics to internal energetic truth.
This deep dive has really centered on quite a powerful shift in perspective, championed by Michelle from energeticsofbusinesshub.com, aimed at those healers and coaches.
Absolutely.
So wrapping this up, what does this really mean for you listening? Well, according to Michelle's perspective, attracting those high-end clients isn't primarily about polishing the outside or perfecting the optics.
It really seems to be about cultivating that congruent, authentic energy, rooted in real alignment, speaking soul to soul, not just surface to surface, and actually being the embodiment, the walking proof of your own work's power.
And her aligned business breakthrough, especially that guided soul activation piece, is presented as the suggested way to step into that visible power.
Yeah, the implication is that the real leverage isn't out there, but inside.
Which leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? If external strategies aren't the main key, what hidden power might you unlock just by fully stepping into your own authentic energy and alignment? Something to think about.